Mina Aissatou Smile Sise, and this is another program Talk to the Camera. Today, Sierra Network Kana, the Peace Mission Training Center na Estin concerning the rapid deployable isolation treatment facility where the Ministry of Health and Sanitation they can do today na Estin. Now we dey go inside the hall outside the program they take place.
Good morning. I'm very pleased to have you here today on behalf of the Peace Mission Training Center and the 34 Military Hospital. I welcome the entire personalities who are present with us. This training area, now the Peace Mission Training Center, was identified and established for training and exercises by the Republic of Sierra Leone Forces in the 1980s, known as Estes Camp. In early 1999, it was transformed to the Infantry Training Center to train troops on special skills, weapons, and minor tactics. In 2003, it became the battle school for the Western Area Brigade, where troops of Western Area can be trained for Level 3 operations. In 2009, it became the Peace Mission Training Center, fully established to meet the aspirations of the government of Sierra Leone, which is to deploy the Republic of Sierra Leone forces with the United Nations, Africa Union, or ECOWAS peace support operations in support of regional or global peace. This was achieved in partnership with the United States and the United Kingdom to assist the Republic of Sierra Leone forces achieve one of its defense missions, that is, project the troops of the ASLAF for wider national interests. The vision of this center is to gain international recognition for excellence in peace support operation training and education in emerging threats to security and applied research. The mission is to provide tactical training in peace support operations and education in other themes of security threats for the ASLAF, in order to understand the right environment and make the right contribution to development and sustainable peace. We have over the period delivered a lot of training, including training troops that we are deploying in Darfur, 2009 to 2012, of 5 successive rotations, and the battalion that was in Somalia, including the rotating battalion that did not deploy, but was invited to fight the Ebola virus disease that plagued our nation in 2014 to 16. This unit has played host to this exercise twice before, and this will be the 3rd time, if I'm not mistaken. As it was, so shall it be, that we are very pleased to have you and happy to host the exercise and its participants. During the 2014 to 2016 Ebola virus outbreak in West Africa, it was a general outcry and a strong recommendation from the public health community that exercises are conducted to ensure that public health emergency response systems were in place. Because such exercises can reveal planning weakness within a controlled environment, reveal resource gap, improve coordination, clarify roles and responsibility, develop enthusiasm, knowledge, skills, and willingness to participate in emergency response, familiarize staff with the new functions and gain public recognitions and trust, test equipment, evaluate plan and procedure, including standard operating procedures. Today here, together, we have a unique opportunity that can transform our nation, strengthen health security that will help deliver sustainable development. No country is immune to outbreak. This is most notably seen in the ongoing Ebola epidemic in the Democratic Republic of Congo, as it was in West Africa, 2014 to 16. As recorded in the Annals of the World Health Organization, from January to April 2015, 54 public health events were reported in the African region. 47 of them were infectious in nature, including 14 Ebola outbreaks, lung, cholera outbreaks. As we know, this epidemic and public health event have significant impacts on health and economic development of the nation affected. Strengthening health security and emergency will not only reduce the disability and mortality, but also reduce the socio-economic impact resulting from this event. We at PMTC are very honored to have the political head of the Ministry of Defense, professional head in the person of our CBS and his deputy, and our big supporting assistants, chief of defense staff, and you distinguished personalities. Well, I don't want to take too much of your time. I need to leave some time for the commander of the taxi military hospital to introduce himself to all of you and bring in some of the main things of the overview of the coming exercise. Today will be full of learning and reassurance. So once more, a very warm welcome to all to one of you, and I thank you all for being here. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Commandant, for welcoming us and also for giving us a brief overview of what your activities are in this prestigious noble institution. Once again, Colonel Barbara, thank you very much. Now, we need to know why we are here. And to do justice to this agenda item, I have the pleasure to invite Sir Jimmy to do the declaration of purpose. Sir Jimmy, Lieutenant Colonel Stephen Sivani.
Thank you, sir. The Deputy Minister of Defense, Chief of Defense Staff, permission to stand on existing protocols. I have to express my appreciations for this gathering that has brought together Ministry of Defense, Ministry of Health, but also many of our collaborators and partners. When you are supported by the British, the Chinese, and the Americans, you are safe. Yes. This has been a long journey and a continuous process. The rapid deployable isolation and treatment facility, which we are going to simulate today, was established in 2016 with the support of the British government. And the intention behind its establishment was to be able to respond appropriately to any public health emergency, specifically in this case, Ebola. And the ambition behind it was that anywhere there is an Ebola outbreak in Sierra Leone, this facility must be able to deploy within 72 hours, be able to take in up to 36 cases. So we have a 36 bed facility, and be able to provide treatment without any external aid for up to 96 hours. With this in 2016, we have continued to exercise persistent training. This is the fourth simulation exercise we are doing. 2 was done at BMTC. 1 about a year ago was done at the hockey pitch. That is way back us by the Mayong West. And we are doing this one here again today. To achieve this, it has taken a lot of support. I want to appreciate Dr. Van from the Ministry of Health and Sanitation. The RGITF is actually a collaboration between Ministry of Defense and Ministry of Health. That is why we do not only have defense here, but most of the people you see in mufti or civil clothes are health workers from the Ministry of Defense, and they are going to join us in this simulation exercise. We have also enjoyed a lot of support from other stakeholders. I have to first appreciate the Department of Defense, United States Embassy. Quite recently, we received hundreds of tons of infection prevention and control materials. And all this is going to strengthen our supply capacity so that we can be able to respond appropriately. Please join me to welcome the Deputy Minister of Health. Sir, you are welcome. The Deputy Minister of Health, sir, you are welcome again. And you met us establishing the purpose why we are here. As I was saying, besides the Department of Defense, USA, we also have the Chinese Military Medical Experts Group. What they have done to strengthen the health system is huge. They have donated and deployed a 30-bed infectious disease prevention and control facility. In that facility, we also have provision for isolation and treatment of category 1 pathogen, which Ebola is one of such pathogen. Maybe it might be Marburg, but any disease in that category, we have the capacity to admit and manage at the 34 Military Hospital. I also have to say that this is going to be a continuous exercise. It is coinciding that it is coming at a time when the United Nations, specifically the World Health Organization, has declared the Ebola epidemic in Congo a public health concern. This is a continuous activity, whether there was an Ebola epidemic in Congo or not. Like we have done 3 exercises before, we will still have done this one. But I think it is a good coincidence that we can reassure the public and also capacitate our staffs to respond. This multidisciplinary team is going to test several things. The first is screening and triage. Supposing we have a case that presents with symptoms of an Ebola infection, what do we do? How do we respond? What is the ability of the staff to receive, appropriately categorize and prioritize these cases, and make sure they are in proper management condition to reduce mortality? Case management. When the disease is confirmed, how do we manage? And how do we manage in a way that we are able to protect the health workforce so that health workers are not infected like we saw in the last epidemic? Community engagement. This we started a few days back. Yesterday we were at the Waterloo community, and it is continuing. We have the media here to inform the public so that they will know it is a simulation exercise and not that we have a tool out. We will also test infection prevention and control, our ability to protect our health workforce to ensure that Ebola does not leave the Ebola treatment center to the community. We will test our coordination, our collaboration and communication with the Ministry of Health, but also with all other partners, our stakeholders. And we will also look at our infrastructure. Is it competent enough? Do we have the right supplies? And at the end of this exercise, what do we aim to get? One, we will refresh the staff on the correct standard operating procedures. How do we manage? How do we set up first and manage an Ebola treatment unit? Two, we will be able to see by how much we have corrected the gaps we identified in previous simulation exercise, but also identify new training gaps and supplies deficiency. Three, we will be able to generate a standard budget, a current standard budget for the deployment of rapid deployable isolation and treatment facility in any part of this country. Four, we will strengthen collaboration, coordination, and communication. Five, we will transfer capacity to the new staff we have here, especially from the Ministry of Health and Sanitation. Six, we will improve public confidence. Before I conclude, sir, I just want to mention and commend the staffs that have worked in achieving this exercise. It has taken a lot of effort from the 34 Military Hospital, the Commandant's PMTC, a lot of support from the Minister and the chain of command in the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces. And for the mere fact that we have all these stakeholders here speaks to the health and seriousness with which our partners take strengthening the health system in Sierra Leone. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, CEO Jeremy, for telling us the purpose of this particular exercise. Please, I want to appeal to our colleagues as you leave this place, make sure you pass this particular information to others so that people will know this is just an exercise. Thank you once again. Now it's time to make very short statement. Please, I want to humbly advise here, limit your statement maximum 3 minutes so that we don't waste time. First to make a very brief statement is the Director of Health Security.
Thank you very much. Mr. Chairman, Honorable Deputy Ministers of Health and Health, I want to start on the protocol as you have given us just 3 minutes to talk. We are about to launch a very important activity to my directorate, the Director of Health Security and Emergency. We are responsible for protecting our lives as far as infectious diseases are concerned. Having listened to my learned colleague, Dr. Stivali, for the purpose of which we are launching this activity, I don't want to go into that again. I don't want to compare. I don't want to tell us why the reason. What was the reason our partners, the British particularly, thought it fit to establish this rapid deployable isolation treatment facility. We are all aware of the fact that when Ebola struck in this country, particularly in Kenema, I was the DMO in Kenema, and almost all cases across the country were taken in Kenema. We only have 10-bed capacity for Lassa. It was based on that and that experience of fighting Lassa that made Kenema prominent during the outbreak. So all cases were taken to Kenema government. As I said, only 10-bed facility was available. So the entire hospital was used as Ebola treatment center. We had to evict almost every patient from the hospital, with the exception of maternity ward, because they had nowhere to go. This was an epic pediatric ward, but the rest of the hospital was used as ETC. That was not. It spread infection. A lot of our staff were infected. In fact, even after the outbreak, we found it very difficult to convince the people that the hospital is safe for them to come back, because we are using it as treatment facility. So thank God we have started this. That was at that time. Now we have created isolation units and triage in almost every district hospital. And in Kenema particularly, we have a 43-bed infectious ward with the help of the US government. We have completed that one. So if we have any outbreak of that nature now, of course, definitely we are not going to use the wards again. We have somewhere to go. But in case we have outbreak that overpowers us at that level, in Kenya, in Kwenadu, or in other parts of the country, that is the reason why we are taking this very, very seriously, to have a rapid deployable isolation unit that can be deployed anywhere in the country. We can treat, we can handle and treat any infectious outbreak in this country without going to the general hospital, so that we limit the spread of the infection to either the health worker or the other patient in the world. So this is very, very key. It is very, very important to us. I slept in Kenema for surveillance security. I left this morning just to make sure I'm here to take part in this activity. That is the importance we are attaching to this activity. We are working closely in collaboration with our staff to do this, because it is very, very important to us. As I said, it is part of our preparedness. We have what we call the JE Joint External Evaluation, and the Global Health Security Agenda, and now the Global Health Security Index. There is an indicator pointing to having established rapid deployable isolation treatment facility, and the number of trainings we have done to perfect that. So after this is the fourth one, this is the first activity we are doing without direct involvement of the British military that helped us to establish it. This is jointly between the MHS and the ASLA to do this on our own, and this is how it was planned. We are not going to be supported throughout. They have to give us the capacity, and we have to make sure we pass on that capacity to local staff that we're able to go on with it. So we are very happy we are here, that we are here to establish this and to make sure we continue with it. I want to assure you, my colleague, that we will do everything in our power, that we look upon it to continue doing this, because by right, we are supposed to do rapid exercises every 6 months. We have just concluded one with CDC Atlanta that we tested from rumor to treatment. Or we didn't use the rapid deployable treatment facility. We used both of them to Moriton and Lumley. That was for the exercise. Now, I'm looking forward to see an exercise where we are going to do everything from rumor to surveillance to rapid deployable treatment facility throughout the exercise. Hopefully, maybe before the end of the year, we'll try to see if we can get support to start to plan that. We have started planning this, as Irene said, since December last year. Since December last year, we started planning this. Hopefully, we are here today. I'm very glad that we are now at the end of it. We are seeing what we have been planning for, and I hope we will continue to fire upon it so that we make our country better prepared for any eventualities. And the eventualities indeed exist. We have discovered Marburg virus, Ebola virus, Bengali Ebola virus. We have discovered Marburg virus in almost every region of the country. We have one in Kano, another one discovered in Bombali, in Kwanadu, in Moyama. And these are the bats, food eating and cave-dwelling bats. They have no boundaries. They can fly up to 500 miles. So nobody is safe. So we are preparing ourselves. The issue is, it's not a matter of if, it is when outbreak will come, and we are preparing ourselves against that. At any time, we should be able to put all our resources together in order to be able to put up a very good defense. If there's an outbreak, we're going to detect it on time, respond, and make sure we contain the infection that it does not spread across outside our border. So with a few remarks, I want to thank you very much for your participation and for your audience, and particularly for the high table for having all our peace tables. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. The Director of Health Security, thank you very much for that noble advice, for that laudable advice. Now it's time for WHO or the UN family. Do we have them here? Anyone representing the World Health Organization here? Okay, now move. US Embassy, Department of Defense. It's your turn, so make a statement, sir.
Thank you very much. Deputy Ministers, CDS, Deputy CS, Commander Joint Forces, and other distinguished guests. Thank you for allowing me to speak today. What's great about this is that it shows that infectious diseases, combating them, preventing them, and containing them is not just one country, one region, one continent. It's a world problem, and then it shows it here where we have partners from Great Britain, from China, from America, and of course Sierra Leone, all working together because this is something that will affect the one community that matters, and that's the global community. And that's why this exercise is so important, and the work that everybody is working to do is all creating something that hopefully we can combat these terrible things. As you said, sir, it's not if, it's when. And so being able to get ahead of it and practice and provide supplies and work together, I think that's the way that it ought to be, and that's the way it is. And I hope that we can continue this partnership with all our countries so that we can one day hopefully prevent it for good. But this is a great way to start, and I'm looking forward to working with all partners here, and I know that good things will come. So thank you.
Thank you very much. ISAF, it's your turn to make a short statement. Representative from ISAF, please.
So, ladies and gentlemen, as far as I know, there are no active volcanoes here in Sierra Leone. I might be wrong. But the town of Goma in the DRC is overshadowed by a volcano called Nyiragongo. And in the past, Nyiragongo has erupted on several occasions with massive loss of life. Today, though, Goma is threatened by something which is equally, I think, horrendous, as Ebola has been found in that town. I'm sure that the people of Sierra Leone, I know that the people of Sierra Leone will understand the horrifying threat that the people of the Congo are going through now. And as a result of that, what is happening today and over this week in terms of the RDITF will be extremely important, not only for Sierra Leone as a country, but also, as has been said already here today, for the people of the world, the people of this continent, knowing that there is a level of expertise which is available to help should it be required. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Colonel Palmer. Now it's turn for the Chinese medical expert group to make your statement.
Thank you very much. Distinguished gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, and team leader of Chinese military medical expert group. So very happy to be here to share some experience several years ago, during the outbreak and Ebola epidemics, and many Chinese doctors and nurses came here and working together with several people to combat against Ebola. And several days passed, now we come here again. We established a new tropical infectious disease prevention and control center to enhance the ability of the army, the ability of prevent and control infectious disease, especially for the emerging outbreak from stuff like Ebola. So we hope to do more contribution to the army and enhance our cooperation and our friendship with our two armies. And I think what we can do is not only for the facility, it's just from facility to practice, from the principle to practice, to practical skills, and from practical skills to behaviors, and from behaviors to living habits, to truly thoroughly enhance the ability of the control and the prevention through infectious disease, just like Ebola, Lassa fever, new emergent Marburg virus. So we hope to do more contribution to Sierra Leone. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Representative of the Chinese expert group. Now, to climax all these short statements, it's my pleasure to invite the Deputy Minister of Defense, retired Colonel Sharif, who is the visionary leader of this ministry. Sir, the floor is yours.
I choose to stand ahead. The Deputy Minister of Health and Sanitation, the British representative, the Chinese second team representative, the senior management of the Ministry of Health and Sanitation, members of the diplomatic corps, the Chief of Defense Staff, the Deputy Chief of Defense Staff, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and our galaxy of reporters present, good morning. As part of the post-Ebola contingency planning, we are here to start from where we stopped yesterday. And when I talk about yesterday, I know you all know where we are going. And where the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces emerged as key stakeholder to seize the opportunity to develop and consolidate the understanding of the complexities involved in the coordination, development, construction, and staffing of the facility. So let me extend profound thanks and appreciation on behalf of the Commander-in-Chief, His Excellency, President Bio, to you all, and therefore, on behalf of the Ministry of Defense, officers, women and men of the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces, and I want to welcome you to this exercise area. And honestly, it is an exercise, it is a simulation. But that simulation will have to bear some element of realism estimate, because it is that estimate that will have to inform, the reality when it visits tomorrow. And therefore, honestly, we are all gathered here today, to observe and evaluate the strength of the rapid deployable isolation and treatment facility, RDITF, and its preparedness to robustly respond to any health event anywhere in this country and at any time. You see, so the RDITF aims to minimize the health consequences of outbreaks and public health emergencies by just doing two things: responding rapidly and effectively to emergencies under a coordinated incident management system, and ensuring MOHS's work in emergencies is effectively managed, sustainably financed, adequately staffed, and operationally ready to fulfill its mission. You see, when Ebola struck Sierra Leone in 2014, the magnitude and geographical extent of the outbreak in the country required significant and robust response, capacities and structures. The country had no preparedness plan to rapidly respond to the outbreak. There were serious challenges in terms of human capacity, financial, operational, and logistics requirements, while threatening national and international health. The challenges from that outbreak speak negatively on the ill preparedness of the healthcare system in our country. Identifying and learning from these lessons during the outbreak, the RDITF was established by the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces in 2016 with the support of the British government to rapidly respond to infectious diseases in any part of this country, and the primary objective of containing the Ebola and providing quality care at the point of occurrence of any health emergency. To conclude, this is a simulation exercise. I hope this exercise will help the country to know how prepared the health system is in the event of any health emergency that may threaten the socio-economic development of this country. Therefore, we intend to record the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces' contribution to this country's response to Ebola crisis in West Africa and the world at large. I thank you all, and let us hope God bless.
Thank you very much, our Deputy Minister of Defense. We have come to the climax of this occasion. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I have the singular honor and privilege to invite the Deputy Minister of Health and Sanitation, Dr. Anthony Sabi, to give his keynote address. Dr. Sabi, please.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Please be seated. Mr. Chairman, members of the high table, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, before I say anything, I want to respectfully and humbly apologize for my coming late to this all-important session. It was due to a gap in communication. I'm sorry about it. However, this session is of utmost importance. I think that has been highlighted by almost all the speakers. Simulation, we all know how Ebola outbreak in this country in 2014 to 15 took us unaware. We are never aware of it, we never knew about it. And when that outbreak occurred, there were a lot of denials from our people, from our very selves. And even now, we have an infectious disease in this country in the form of Lassa fever. Before this time, ladies and gentlemen, the eastern region, ranging from Kono, Kenema, Kailan through Shewema, used to be known as the Lassa Belt. It used to be the known Lassa Belt in this country. But as I'm now speaking, Lassa is everywhere in this country now. Lassa fever is everywhere in this country. Therefore, the simulation exercise today we are launching is of utmost importance to be able to mitigate this sort of issues. But then the mitigation or disaster assessment or risk management cannot be done if there is no preparedness. So I want to believe this meeting is very, very important. The exercise, simulation exercise is very important because it's going to train us about a lot of this, all these elements contained in how to assess it, how to mitigate it, risk management, and all this. But we know it cannot be possible if we are not really fully prepared for it. Therefore, this simulation exercise. My only plea to all of you here is we all have to be part of this exercise and we take it seriously. Because in disaster management, nobody is going to say it's not my business. It's the business of everybody. It's the business of everybody. It's not like the slogan, not in my backyard. It has to be in your backyard. Because if it's not well prepared, then it's going to affect everybody, either directly or indirectly. I can remember years back, then I was away studying, reading medicine. We had an outbreak, our civil war in this country. There was a time after classes I decided to visit a colleague, Sierra Leone. I went to this guy's hostel. He was alone in his room, but then he was jubilating, music playing around. Then I asked him, what is happening? He said, haven't you heard the good news? I said, what good news have I not heard? He said, there is a rebel war in Sierra Leone. I said, is that good news to you? And this fellow was jubilating. I was so depressed. I just left and went. I was confused. I said, has he got a mental problem or what? After 2 weeks, I decided to meet this guy again to know whether that changes his position. I went there and he was totally downcasted, lying in bed. I said, man, what is happening? Are you sick? He said, no. I said, well, what's the problem? Oh, I've just got a letter that they've killed my father. I said, well, there you are. 2 weeks ago, you were jubilating because you thought we are out of Sierra Leone. And now, your father is dead. So please, simulation exercise towards the risk management, disaster assessment, and then the mitigation itself. It has to be the business of each and every one of us. We have to be on the watch. Now we've heard there is an Ebola outbreak in DR Congo. That should not make us relax and say, look, we had it a few months ago or years ago, and therefore it will not occur again. That is how disaster occurs. So it is good that our partners are here and developed this 30-bed facility for emergency treatment. We are very grateful to you, the partners. I know you have contributed tremendously to the development and the health system of this country. You have done a lot, and like the story of a sailor who almost got drowned, he got out, he escaped by divine intervention. So he went and was given a plate of food by an old woman. He ate everything and stood up and said, "Madam, thank you, I'm fed, but I need more." So to our partners, you have done all these things, but please, Sierra Leone needs more. We need more from you all. I thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for your listening.
Now we are coming to the end of this program, and to thank us while we are here, to do all the thanking, I have the pleasure to invite the coordinator, Rapid Deployable Isolation and Treatment Facility, the person of Lieutenant Colonel H.S. Bangura, to give the vote of thanks. Colonel Bangura, please.
Good morning, distinguished guests. On behalf of the Rapid Deployable Isolation and Treatment Facility, I first of all want to thank God for making this occasion today for us. I also want to thank the Deputy Minister of Defense, the Chief of Defense Staff, the Deputy Chief of Defense Staff, Commander Joint Force, and the entire management, senior management of the Art Staff and MOD team for their valuable support in terms of the Rapid Deployable Isolation and Treatment Facility. The Ministry of Health also, we need to recognize them because they have collaborated with us, and we are very grateful for their valuable support, and we hope we will continue to collaborate and work together in fighting infectious diseases in this country. I want to express my gratitude to ISAT, DFID, for their valuable operational support and for their commitment to the RDITF. WHO, CDC, Atlanta, CDC China, for supporting and providing the clinical guidelines which we are now using at the RDITF. I want to say thank you so much to all the healthcare workers in the RDITF for their valuable experience, their hard work and commitment to the success of the RDITF. I will not leave this pulpit without saying thanks to the Department of Defense in the American Embassy for their valuable support. And lastly, I'll say thank you to all of you, especially the media, for coming to this occasion today. We know from here, the media will now help us to disseminate the correct information about this simulation exercise. And thank you very much, and I wish you safe trip back to your respective places. Thank you.
Hello, welcome to this interview. Name and introduction.
The name Colonel Retired Simeon Nasiru Sharif.
And we see today when I get a program training the peace mission center. When I get a program there, I want to make you tell me more about this program.
You see, we get that culture for the practice. Whether not for practice for go war or for practice for do anything, even disaster. This one, now Ebola, we don't know, say don't hit Sierra Leone. And we don't promise already for say we get for do human development in this country, not just by education, but even by health, not so. So we now they look at that cluster one, when are really inclusive human development. Then inside the military also we get that goal one, when are inclusive human development too. So if you put them two things here together, then they align well. If you want for sure say then they really align well, can't simulate. Now I mean they can't tell everybody, every cell inside the military, but say if Ebola broke out if at all Ebola break out tomorrow, now that exactly we get for doing. So we don't do it last year, na hockey pitch. This year, na PMCC, na I make we day today. Well, this not just the country, now the world, the Mano River Union, the ECOWAS, the African Union, you go just see what don't happen at Congo. If Congo they had get for hang now, then we say we had for the hang. But we really want to make sure say Ebola become a controllable disease. We go break out and let God make, touch wood, let it not happen necessarily.
And we don't see this simulation exercise, the Ministry of Health and Sanitation don't do it, and then now we see the armed forces. Why you not do that yourself?
This is not separate, so you get for see at the second stage. This is not the presentation. The second stage get for show you all other agencies will get for help. You get for see CDC US, you get for see the CDC China, you get for see RDITF, when are the British then you get for see Ministry of Health, then you get for see the Republic of Australian Armed Forces.
The one with the Ministry of Health and Sanitation, the armed forces will be part of that?
Oh yes, always. You get for know how to accommodate partners. Now that will help you for really do what you talk so the realism estimate. Even when they practice, we say a simulation, but you get for member for say we push camp, we shove camp we push camp and shove. Am I right? You get for take estimate of what you do. You remember where would they take small sansan saying arrest with the eat under the jaw? You get for member where they eat rest now the mock self. So now today now the jaw with it. But next time, let us not hope for that happen. But if it happen, now the more self.
So how the exercise get for be that?
It get for be very brilliant. The only thing that the rain now. But we want let us really go from stage 1, from the entry stage to the exit. But that get for be difficult because of the rain.
Okay, we get an understanding, so we get for be understanding the rapid deployment, isolation, and treatment center.
Yeah.
I want to know what we will expect from that treatment center.
What we get for go and we get for see the triage, the processes where you get for go through. And other then processes and they don't want to let people then forget. For instance, up to this time here, they wash me hand because they don't get sanitizer. We then say produce. We now one thing we will achieve in this country for let us produce local sanitizer. We not been there where Ebola been really can in this country yesterday. I feel say all of this then get for put into this simulation today.
The preparedness of people when it comes to this exercise now one thing. What you will say, Olana a force waking day into work forcing the law when it comes to what you will give out there for the public to partake in, especially in this simulation exercise.
We want to believe say we prepared for tamper with the uncertainty we will not know anything about. But we just prepared as a structure, as a fighting structure. We prepared for fight anything we think they get for counter with people then. Now I would show you so.
So what will be on action? On a take action on the Ministry of Health?
Oh yes, then guidelines that I will talk about. We've been doing with UN. For instance, maybe they bow that they are in uniform. I mean, come up, I come Makeni, I go Kenema. This now one thread. The threads now one single thread where they run through society, and therefore really practice them, and we make sure so we take them from the A to Z.
So the military, medically, how understand? Understand well?
No, we not stand well yet, but we try for really go to that well. The well not deep yet, but we try for make sure the well deep. Then we sink and for reach the water. You see, Motorman inside economics, we say Motorman not satisfied quick, not so. So now that thing they no more with the talk.
Political backing they behind all this?
A lot of political will. Me now the example. Now the political arena come out. I now come on a military, I come on at the politics side. And I make you see, even when rain the bow ground, I come. Not so.
We don't see the military this year and they don't take action into certain public thing. Like for instance, when they say every Saturday cleaning, every Saturday cleaning, the military is there giving the different ministry MACP. How we go continue for see this?
Well, I go only continue for trust the military. Just like how they tell people that for continue for trust the police. Because the police train for wetin we not train. So whatever poor job they go do, just take them for say they are the structure we fit for that job. And let us encourage them for do what they do. And if you come to the military now, why you know they see we because one give road for other structures and for operate. For instance, the FCC not go work very hard. The youth they not go operate. If we always they show for say now we go do this, now we go do that. Now I make with the Cambian small. For let them say get space for work.
Okay, as you say, the Cambian small for the business space. This population push back where they take place right now. Normally, you get Eastern Police, but we see the MACP. So what's in the role of the MACP? That particular
military aid to civil power. Civil power is the police, but then the executive is the government, not so. So now how police and government for they operate. But why they say military aid? How military for help that relationship? And I make we study and well. We they try for teach we company and the sub-region, but let them understand.
And sometimes when they say most of the military, the MACP they with kid. So okay for them they move with kid.
Well, at times now for just add small thing to the word, not to forbid. Now forbid on people, not to forbid people. You see?
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you too. Yeah, thank you very much.
I want especially sit down. Hygienists now prepare possibly patient the vomit.
Patients now the triage and
we get with triage nurses then
we get the triage. They don't call the patients right now the triage. We get the triage nurses right now where they come for
ask them waiting
to they can check them before they get for go with now the suspected.
So now we like Kenya.
With the patients, I go want to make you tell we waiting at the process where they get for can do doing this inside this triage.
When they knock out and so first and foremost, then get for can take in vitals, that taking weight and checking temperature. Don't forget fever and one important symptom. So after that, now then go ask them whether he gets any other the symptoms the way they get, whether they vomit or whether they get diarrhea. Then if how many days? They get a link to somebody we don't get Ebola, or if you chop somebody don't get Ebola, or you didn't beg anybody we don't get Ebola. So basically, now after the information and they will don't capture, now we go categorize and say this now a case when are suspected or a probable case.
So now we look at this if it happens for saying a suspected case. What's in the next step?
So if it happens for saying a suspected case, we take and go na the suspected ward. We na this is na man suspected ward male na do the can go. And then we go get for do contact tracing later on based on the people that we don't touch on because na relative then culture.
As soon as we don't listen to the statements where the Deputy Minister of Defence and also the Deputy Minister of Health and Sanitation and also other partners where we witness the rapid deployable isolation and treatment facilities. Now the Peace Mission Training Center na Estin. After that we come na the Usai them do the beds them. Usai you get the setting of the exercise. We don't come out na the store. From there we can na the triage and from there we go na the Usai then they put the suspected cases people them. And also we don't talk to different people where then self they take part of the exercise where they go on na Estins right now. Me wake up with this program to na today. Me name na Aisatu Smile Sise. So take this program talk to the camera go meet you na again. I say tata.